Nope. It's the most populated city in this entire state. And I ain't got...
Stream, that would be
Oh, come on.
a death blow.
Yeah, I know. When do you want to start?
Honestly, I guess the sooner the better. Just take short breaks. Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're live here from Anchorage at Mulcahy Stadium as tonight it's the Anchorage Bucs Miners. I'm Reese Slater. Alright, is that fine? What?
You want to go live now? Because when it says no data, we can't start it.
Oh, next time it comes up. Sorry.
Ready?
Yep. This is not even gonna work. Welcome into Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska, as tonight we have the Matsu Miners and the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Before we start the broadcast today, we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties today in Anchorage. There's likely going to be no for that, but hopefully we have baseball on the horizon, as tonight the Miners are going to send Nate Beimel, a left-hander from Columbia University, to the mound for his first start of the year. Beimel out of the bullpen appeared in 9 games in 13.2 innings. He's struck out 18 and walked just 6. He's got a 1.97 ERA, and his counterpart, Jimmy Galicia of the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Galicia on the year has given up 2 runs, struck out 9, hasn't walked any, and has a 2.46 ERA. He's making his first start in a Pilot's uniform. So a couple of hurlers in their first start, so it should be an interesting matchup tonight between the Miners. This is how they will line up. Leading off in center field, Tyler Wilson. Batting second, we have a new face, Holden Breeze. Will bat second and play second in college. He's a recent add to the roster. Batting third in the DH spot, it's Nick Sorelli. Hitting fourth in right field, Casey Rother. Batting fifth at first, it's going to be Aaron Walters. Batting sixth at third base, Jared Sweeney. Batting seventh in left field, Ricky Nunez. Hitting eighth, and batting ninth and playing shortstop is David Bermudez.
So the Miners going with a little bit of a different approach today, but they are staying with the lineup that stands out. They waste no time getting these players comfortable with their new spot in the lineup, as right into the fire for first game, and they're going to hope that he can stick. I mean, the second in the lineup is a pretty big assignment for somebody that just stepped off the plane yesterday.
Yeah, so Galicia will go to the lineup for the Pilots. I don't think anybody could have heard me the first time, actually, in saying we do apologize. There is no video stream today, as we have a lot of technical difficulties, to say the least, in Anchorage at Mulcahy, but we should have the radio feed, so apologize for any inconvenience on that front. But we're going to go to a short break, as the national anthem is to be played here from Anchorage. So we'll Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium as we get ready for the first inning. This is obviously a radio broadcast, so it's going to be a little bit different today. We're going to have more, I guess you could say, play-by-play action rather than letting you guys watch and see for the Pilots. They will send this lineup and defensive alignment out there. But leading off in right field, Cole Escher. Batting second at third base, it's Connor McGuire. Hitting third in left field, it's Ethan Mann. Batting cleaner, hitting fifth at first base, Michael McNamara. Batting sixth and behind the plate, it's the designated hitter, Brett Weiss. Hitting eighth at second base, Devin Lopez. And rounding out the lineup for the Pilots, batting ninth at shortstop, it's Blake Wink. So that's who will be behind. I stated in the pregame he has thrown 8 innings this year and has not walked a batter yet. Good ERA, 2.46. Galicia, known for that high leg kick. Right-hander, really kicks his leg up there. So Galicia, who will be entering his senior year at Loyola Marymount, will take the hill. Hawthorne, California native.
I'm more interested in that batting rotation that you mentioned. We've seen this team plenty of times, but we haven't seen their full power lineup until today. With Tabak, Mann, and Escher, we haven't seen many games where those three have actually gotten the chance to play together, so they're really holding back no stops in what they might see as a must-win game.
Unbiased, they are probably the best obstacle-wise. Mann in left, Tabak in center, Escher in right. It's a three-headed combo that, while they are pretty good defensively, they're more known for what they do at the plate, as Tyler Wilson, the center fielder from Grand Canyon University, will be the first.
I don't think there's anyone hotter in this lineup right now than Tyler Wilson. Even if you don't count the home run against the American Legion, he's been red hot.
As the first pitch is a ball outside and we're underway. Tyler Wilson, as we said, has been scorching hot. He's finding a way to get it a hole almost every time up there. Not right there. It's a big swing and a miss. 1-1. Galicia, right-hander. He also has not allowed an extra base hit this year, as the 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. Galicia throwing it by with the fastball. Wilson behind 1-2.
Tyler Wilson up to 19 hits on the season and a 2-4. He's officially become the minor with the third most hits on the season, trailing only Sorelli and Rother.
As the 1-2 from Galicia. Here it is in the air into left field, but made it and make the grab in straight away left field. So Tyler Wilson is the first out. Is going to be the newest Tim Holden Breeze from South Mountain Community College. He's freshly on the team as the minor, so he's a new infielder. He's in there playing second base today. He's played a couple of years at South Mountain, which is a top JUCO in Arizona, as he takes a hack on that and misses.
He's wasting, at least help his team out, taking a big swing with the first time seeing a pitch.
Breeze back in. 0-1 is fast. A couple of years already, but he has another year remaining at South Mountain due to the COVID-19 eligibility rules, which granted an extra year. 1-2 pitch. So Breeze in a unique situation. He'll go back for his third year of junior college, and he's had a really good track record. On base, over 400 both years at South Mountain, and last year he watches a breaking ball there, ball 2.
Well, showing some really good discipline right now. Obviously wanted to come out aggressively. That's pretty common for they lay off these last two.
The Miners have had the Pilots' number lately, to say the least, as the 2-2's a breaking ball. So how about home plate discipline in the box, as the Miners have won the past 2 teams. 4-1 on the year. 3-2 pitch from Galicia. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base line. The Pilots did not occur in the month of July. The last one was on the last day of June, June 30th. The Miners defeated Tyler Wilson, 1 for 4. An RBI and a walk, plus a run scored. As this pitch is fouled away again, so nice at bat here, and it's still 3-2.
Right now, he's doing everything he can to stay alive. If he could work a walk out of this at-bat, that's definitely a success for his first time seeing the plate.
Yeah. And he missed low. How about that? Holden Breeze's first Miners at-bat is an 8-pitch walk.
Well, the man coming up right behind him, Nick Sorelli, with a walk. If they could add another player into this rotation that can get on base consistently by drawing a walk, that could be a throughout the season.
Like we said in the last contest between these two teams, Nick Sorelli went deep. He went the opposite way to left field with a solo home run. He steps in now. First pitch to the big first baseman, actually playing DH today, as a strike on the outside.
Miners looking to strike early here. You had mentioned 4-1 on the season. It could be a bit misleading because every contest between these two teams have been close.
Galicia sits at the set. Here's the pitch. It missed low. It just got away from Jones, but didn't trickle away far enough to get Breeze up to stolen base in 2 years at community college. So he's not a hugely athletic guy, though, and he could move around.
I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. If he sees something good or a ball get away, he'll easily go after it.
As the count sits at 1-1 on Nick Sorelli. There's a swing and a miss, and Holden takes off here. Throw down to second base is not in time.
So there's the steal.
Reverse jinx. Holden Breeze, right after I just said 2 years, takes off the first time he's on base and swipes the bag.
And I think really swinging at the changeup on that pitch might have added just a little bit of time for him to get there.
Throw down to second base by Alec Jones was knifed in the dirt, and Breeze was able to get under the tag. So it's 1-2 on Sorelli, and it's way inside, and it almost got him. It's going to skip away from Jones, and Holden Breeze up the third base.
On his first time on the bags, he's stolen more bases than he has in college.
Holden Breeze, how about that? Making a difference with his legs. He's got ducks on the pond. The big man trying to continue his recent hot streak.
All it takes is one deep shot to bring that run home.
And chips it foul. Last time these two teams met, like I said, it was a 7-6 final. And the Miners, several times a game, kept getting it up in 11 innings. Miners 7-6 winners. 2-2 pitches, a call it at the knees. Sorelli is not a very big low ball hitter. He likes it outside and up. That one was at the knees, didn't offer, and he's called out for strike 3. Now 2 outs, and it's the right fielder today, Casey Rother.
Well, that was a big out, second one of the inning, and now that they draw him home, that or a wild pitch, you already saw one get away from Jones.
As Rother watches ball 1, the player did not see the start. He got a pinch hit at bat, actually, 0 for 1. 1-0 pitch is outside and maybe a little bit low. So 2-0 on Casey Rother, the right fielder from Lehigh University.
It's been a minute since we've seen him back in right field. He's been playing a lot of the hot corner today.
There's a nice breaking ball from Galicia. Strike 1. Galicia, like we said pregame, was the first one to force him into a walk all year. Now 2-1 on Casey Rother. As he watches that one in the dirt. Good driver's seat, it's Casey Rother.
Right now, Galicia, like you had mentioned, he's had some pretty good success with his breaking ball, but he's almost relying on it too much. Led to a
3-1 to Casey Rother. Here it is. Fastball nailed the outside edge. That's a perfect 3-2.
As a hitter, you can't ask for much better of a pitch than that. Fastball outside, middle of the zone.
Standing in. Full count. Here it is. And it missed low and away. Casey Rother takes the second walk of the inning, so bucking the Galicia trend of limiting free passes. The Miners now have 2 here in the top of the first.
2 on, and just from Angelo State, the first baseman for today. And they're going to hope Wally can at least drive one in early. They don't want to continue they attack early. The Miners team is very hard to beat.
Miners have a big on the corners. We'd like to get a shout out to 3 former Miners who were drafted over this weekend. Kyler Bush, 2019 Miner alum, went in the second round, pick 45 to the Los Angeles Angels. As Galicia sets, the first pitch is a swing and a miss. Walters behind a fastball, 0-1. The other picks were Drew Swift, who went in 148 to the Oakland A's, and then Mike Antico, who went a few spots before Swift, 8th round pick 241 to the St. Louis Cardinals, as Wally swings and he's behind that one.
Not the only person connected to the Miners as well. As many of you know, Evan Wolf, a reliever for the Miners, has his brother Jackson Wolf, who played for West Virginia, was also picked in the 4th round by the Padres into right now.
Yeah, Jackson Wolf went the 4th round, like you said, so some success for Rother, but it won't matter. Galicia strikes Walters out, sweep of the first. Led to the bottom of the first. It's Miners none, Pilots none. What'd you kind of see out of the minor offense to begin things?
I like how aggressive they're being. They always have that two-strike mentality where they're going to attack the first two pitches almost every time. They did the same thing there. As you can see, it did lead to them with Wally being down 0-2 and striking out. But they were able to work their way back for the first two walks against Galicia this entire season. Now we're going to get a chance to see the Miners' own bullpen arm doing the same thing. But I have an idea with his fastballs.
Nate Beimel has been excellent this year, to say the least. So we're going to take a... We'll toe the rubber when we come back here from downtown Anchorage at Mulcahy Stadium. We're back here as we start the bottom of the first, and a bird flying over the field as Cole Escher steps in and swings and misses for strike one.
Looks like a crow. But if you're Cole Escher at the plate, it's not the best sign for you. He's already seen two pitches from Nate Beimel here. Strike in a... This bullpen arm can do.
Up and away to Cole Escher, so ball one.
You have to imagine Beimel be all last year.
As there's a called strike too. Escher didn't think so. But now he's down 0-2. Or 1-2 rather. The last against the Miners. He had a 2-for-4 day with the run scored as he swings here and lines this one into shallow right field. Casey Rother coming on hard. He slides, but Rother able to keep that ball from getting by him. So Cole Escher aboard quickly, and the Pilots have something working with nobody out here in the first.
Tough start to have your first man get on, but always tough to go against Escher. As we head into the heart of this lineup with Connor McGuire heading up to the plate next, it's not going to get any easier.
Escher, over on first base, has 2 steals on the year, but he's been caught 4 times. So how to play. McGuire comes into this game struggling a little bit, average down to 189 on the year. He's got 5 RBIs to his name. Also leads he's grounded into 4. Beimel sets here. 0-1 pitch.
Almost close to a pitch out, drawing Nakamura off his knees into a chance to stand up and throw, but no steal attempt given.
That fastball slider combo. 1-1 pitch. Fastball upstairs. 2-1. Beimel has not got a single game this year, so this is a new task for him. We'll see how long he goes today in a bullpen day.
Right now facing a 3-0. Not a good start a fastball.
As now goes to 3-2. Leading off first base. Afraid to try to steal base, but just 2 for 6 this year. 3-2 pitch. No runner taken off, and no contact made. Came off on the mound, but it's his first strikeout of the day as McGuire goes back to the dugout.
Such a hard pitch to lay off of. Beimel's been pushing the outside of the zone, even high. That time, low and inside.
As now it's Ethan Mann, who right now is probably in contention for the ABL MVP. Him and Nick. As the first pitch to Mann is a fastball, strike 1.
Nice overhand action. Had a little bit of north-south movement on it, too.
And the lead for the MVP, Ethan Mann, leads in batting average, doubles, and RBI as he fouls that pitch away. It's 0-2, while Sorelli leads the Bucs in on-base percentage. So, certainly big numbers for both of them, but Ethan Mann way down now as that fastball is blown right by him. Nate Beimel bringing the gas and shoving Ethan Mann away next to the dish.
Almost two, and now 2 strikeouts on the ledger. Nate Beimel is really turning around this inning and keeping that pitch count low.
And now the inning for the Pilots is up to Tom Tavik, lefty on lefty matchup.
The last outfielder he'll face in this inning, more than likely, as the center fielder Tabik represents the last of the trio. Get on so far.
Standing in 0-1 count for the Pilot center fielder. As center field, Wilson on the run, he dove and it's going to get by him. Coming all the way around to score is going to be Escher. Digging for third is Tabik, and he's going to get in there standing up. Triple as Tyler Wilson never touched that baseball. A certainly aggressive move to say the least, and it does not pay off. It's 1-0 Pilot.
He was maybe a foot or so too far away to go for that dive. More than likely should have just taken the balance and tried to protect a run. Third and still 2 away. Beimel would love to get a third strikeout to get out of this inning sooner.
As now it's Michael McNamara, the first baseman, as he takes ball 1. McNamara comes into this game slumping a bit. Averages all the way down to 160 on the year. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs. Beimel at the set. 0-1 pitch is a fastball called strike 2. So McNamara, the Kent State Golden
Miners are continuing here between the third base and shortstop out. So it's going to be a hit for Casey Rother to lead us off here in the fourth. Miners hoping to string something together now. Coming up to the plate next is going to be Aaron Walters, the lefty first baseman for the Miners. Struck out in only 3 pitches first time up to the dish. Going to be looking to extend his at-bats. It's taken through 3. Now up to 60 with the Rother at-bat. Wall delivery. This one sent sky high, heading towards foul ground, and put away in fair ground actually by Escher in right field. So he's able to track it down right near the first inside. But Aaron Walters is put away for the first out here in the fourth. Lehigh bloodline connected between the batter's box and first base. These two were the only two to get hits against the Oilers in that 1-2 punch that's pretty effective for the Miners. Sweeney edging into the batter's box. Takes the first pitch outside, not going to offer it that. Miners bullpen not warming up whatsoever, so they seem comfortable with Beimel for the fourth inning to come. Sweeney in his stance. And Glacier, that one going outside, strike 1. Miners are looking to create their first real offensive run of the game. So far, only 2
Welcome back as we start a new inning. This is going to be David Bermudez. Bermudez, right-handed batter from Rider University as he swings here and grounds up the third base line. First out of the inning.
And that was a real sign. David Bermudez, he's punny fast, but he's not music or what Wilson is. It's going to be tough to beat out that infield single.
Galicia back in his 5th inning of work. 4 1/3 scoreless. Scattered couple of hits, couple of walks. He's big damage.
One of those few hits for the Miners now at the plate, Tyler Wilson.
As there's a breaking ball to Wilson for strike 1. Last at bat produced a line drive single back up the middle into center field.
2 ringed by his ear.
He swings here and lines this one hard on a short hop. Devin Lopez up with it. Wilson's going to be out. He thought that ball was caught on the fly. Instead, he's going to be out on the ground out. 2 away for the Matsu Miners.
Well, so we've seen 2 good infield plays from Connor McGuire at third and Devin Lopez at second. Able to get both of those on single short hops and put them away, leaving only 1 out for the Miners.
First pitch, fastball, strike 1. Breeze has walked and struck out. South Mountain Community College, originally from Gilbert, Arizona. As there's a breaking ball way off the... There's a ball low, and it's 2-1 on Holden Breeze. He winds and kicks and fires. Right-hander against right-hander. 2 outs, 2-2 count. As this pitch past a diving McGuire, throw to first, not in time. Blake Wink's throw, not in time. It's the first hit in a Miners uniform for Holden Breeze. He's reached base a couple of times today. That one, an infield single to the left side.
As a whole, not having their best showing offensively, but Holden Breeze is fitting into this lineup pretty well.
Nick Sorelli. And now, the DH. He stands in, runner on first, 2 away. First pitch slider, strike 1. There's that slider over 50% of the time, and that grooved in nice and easy. Galicia stands at the set. Here's the pitch. Slider, strike 2, outside edge. Sherelle, and now he's in a deep hole 0-2.
Never going to be a fan of that. Maybe it looked like they stretched the strike zone outside, but now Sorelli is going to have to deal with an 0-2.
Runner takes and he's in there. Another stolen base as the ball trickles away into center field. It'll be number 2 for Breeze as advancing to third earlier. Probably ruled as a wild pitch. So Breeze with his second steal of the way, and now that'll prompt a visit out to the mound by the manager of the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. So he's going to jog out there and talk with Galicia. Just Galicia, Jones, and the manager. So quick conference.
Really heard you saying that we couldn't steal earlier. 2 already today. He's really fit into that 2 slot well, and he's being aggressive on the backs.
We're ready to get back to baseball as Sorelli steps in. 1-2 count. Breeze off a second. Here's the pitch. Swung on in line into left center field. That falls down. Breeze up, and it's an RBI single for Nick Sorelli. Going the opposite way and coming through. It's 1-1 here in the 5th.
What a huge load off of that team. They've been tied or behind this entire game since the first inning and back up.
Casey Rother to the plate now.
And this 2-out inning.
So Rother takes there. Strike 1. Fastball from Galicia. Right-hander Galicia stands at 6'3", 200 pounds even. It's the pitch. Swung on and popped up into foul ground. Long run. McNamara still going. Bleachers up the right field line past the first base box, and Casey Rother down 0-2. Oh and 2. Here it is. Swung on and grounded back up the middle. Lopez fields it on in the top of the 5th, but the Miners do get a run. It's a Nick Sorelli 2 out RBI single on second base. So we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Miners 1, Pilots 1 here from Mulcahy.
As the Miners are keeping their arm out there as well. Nate Beimel looks strong through 4. They're going to send him back out there for the 5th. Bottom of the 5th due up, and for the Pilots, first one to the dish is going to be McNamara, as that one's going to be a fastball outside for ball 1. Beimel with the second pitch works his way back into the zone, but still strike 2, just a little too high. Finally gets him to bite at something, but he fouls it off, so that's going to be a tip. Beimel already has plenty of strikeouts so far today. He's really kept that K per 9 high. Little leg kick and little high. It's going to be ball 3.
Alec Jones in a 3-ball count.
Didn't care about the walk opportunity instead, and gets a hit to left field. Gets into shallow left right in front of Nunez, but one bounce is all it's going to take. So he's going to stay at first in a single for Alec Jones.
Now it's going to be Grant Weiss, the catcher from Loyola Marymount. There's no back out for the 5th inning. No activity yet in the minor pen.
So back-to-back catchers batting today in the DH role. Weiss.
This ball's popped up and back out of play. Comes into today, to say the least. He's 8 for 48 on the year. Is Grant Weiss, couple of RBIs. Quick pick over to first, but throws a little bit off. Back in safely is Alec Jones.
That we did see an error. One of his games were a pickoff attempt, so he's a lot more selective with those now.
Ball up and away, ball 1.
First from Blue. He's going to have to center back in on the zone.
Sets here. And offers. Runner takes off. It's a pitch way up and away. Throw it out of second base in time. Perfect throw, and I think the runner swung at it. I think Grant Weiss tried to offer at that and at least fouled off. He was unable to, and hung out to dry was Alex Nakamura. Goes Nakamura to second base for the caught stealing.
So Breeze gets his own put out as well.
That 0-2 pitch is blown right by Grant Weiss. So a couple of pitches. Runner caught stealing is Jones and Grant Weiss. Strikes out. Now it's going to be Devin Lopez.
We went from man on and a man at the plate to 2 outs in this inning. Nate Beimel really looking good through 5.
He fires here, and
Miners may have found another starter the way Nate Beimel's conducted himself on the mound today.
He's looked really good so far. As back in the first inning, Tyler Wilson tried to get aggressive on a ball hit into left center field and dove and missed and got by him. So if he maybe just pulls up on that and allows it to fall, maybe Beimel gets the next out and could very well have no earned runs.
Wouldn't either. Obviously, struck out the first 3 outs in this game.
He fires, just missed, and now it looks like he may have an injury of some sort as he kind of motioned right over and kind of loosely. Maybe looking down at his fingers.
Beimel did deal with a bit of rib injury earlier in the season, was able to work, but this is an extended outing for him. We haven't seen him go past 2 innings so far. But we have no arms warming up in the bullpen, so if they have to find a replacement for Beimel, they're going to have to find it soon.
Yeah, Beimel does get removed from injury. That new pitcher will get appropriate time to warm up, and after he motioned to come out, and he is going to come out. Aaron out. He's not even going to be out of the bullpen, so Winkler is going to get a ton of time to warm up. Nate Beimel's afternoon ends a bit prematurely as injury. So we're going to have a pitching change. Aaron Winkler, the right-hander from Rutgers, on. So we're going to take a short break here from Mulcahy while Winkler gets hot, and we'll be back in just a few moments. We're back as we start the top of the sixth. Aaron Walters, left-handed batter in to face Cody Kerfman, new pitcher from Northern State University, on for the Pilots as the 0-1 pitch.
Walters hasn't been able to do anything in his first.
That one off down the first baseline.
But he's somebody with plenty of power. Already sent 1 yard in this stadium before, right over the left wall.
Looking to do some damage. 2-strike count as he swings and grounds this one over to second. Devin Lopez up with it. He'll go to McNamara, 1 out.
Well, the Lopez twins up the middle for this Pilots team all year have been just about as reliable as you can ask for.
Jared Sweeney now to the plate. Sweeney singled his last time third, singled to right field. Left side. He stands in here against Kerfman.
That one was close. It could have gone either way on the outside black, but Sweeney now in a favorable count.
1-0. He swings and that'll drift back out of play. 1-1.
Just when they cleaned all the balls off the top of that dugout. They add another one to the collection, courtesy of Jared Sweeney.
Goes back on top of the Bucs. Bucs are obviously not playing today, so could be a little bit upset to see one up there tomorrow.
It's just a gift.
1-1 pitch on the way. Swings and misses now, and Sweeney behind. Sweeney as he swings and drives this one towards the right side and off the glove of a sliding Devin Lopez. That'll be another base hit for Jared Sweeney. Give him a couple on the day, and the Miners have a runner.
Well, just as our brothers were, that time just couldn't quite make the athletic play. But as you said, not going to be counted as an error. It's going to be tough to score that off the bounce.
Now to the plate, Ricky Nunez, left fielder. First pitch to Nunez is up and in, ball 1 with the fastball. Nunez takes the early lead against Cody Kerfman.
Nunez had a 281 coming into today, so one of the higher averages for the squad. Part of that comes with the limited at-bats. But he's been productive in the time he's been given.
That runner takes off, ball's grounded over to third, so the hit and run does work a little bit for the Miners. Sweeney able to move up to second. That would have been Sweeney. He's the go-ahead run. Sitting at second base as Kevin Nakamura strides to the plate.
This will be the third at-bat that Kevin knocked second with runners in scoring position. Last time he came up, he had Rother and Sweeney on, so hoping to at least draw one in this time and give the Miners a small lead.
As he swings first pitch and misses, nothing but air, 0-1. Kerfman, shorter right-hander, around 6 feet, on the bump. As he stands at long lead for Sweeney. Pitch, swung on and grounded. Do the tag the runner. What a play by Connor McGuire. The third baseman from UC Irvine doing it all. McGuire a base hit and maybe a potential run for the Miners.
Not even the out I thought he would go to after such a great stop. I thought he would just focus on first. Instead, gets up to grab Sweeney, who couldn't help but run off the base path.
Here in the top of the sixth, we'll head to the bottom of the inning. Miners back on defense. Aaron Winkler back to the mound, and we'll be back from Mulcahy in just a moment. Start the bottom of the sixth. Aaron Winkler back to the mound for the Miners. He delivered the last out in the fifth inning. First pitch there is a strike to Blake Wink coming into this game on the year. No homers, 6 RBIs for Blake Wink as he swings here and grounds us to second. Fielded on the backhand, throw to first in time. So easy first out as Holden Breeze able to throw out Blake Wink. 2 pitches, 1 out. Now top of the order, Cole Escher.
I do want to sing the praises of Holden Breeze. Fit into this lineup, got on base twice, and hasn't drawn any attention to himself making any errors at second. That's the.
As Winkler works now with 1 out, Cole Escher watches a first pitch strike.
Escher, in the last week, hasn't even really gotten that many chances as his in 13 at bats. So
he watches a ball there, 1-1, rather 2-0.
Escher in a favorable count already.
He swings and pops this one up, back out of play.
Aggressive approach with 2-0. This Pilots team seems to be swinging whenever they know where the next pitch is going. You saw a 3-1 swing for a hit as well.
Here it is. And it's off the plate for a ball. Winkler unable to hit the zone with that one. He fires, and it's in the dirt, so it's gone full on Cole Escher.
Winkler trying to pick up where Beimel left off. 2 of them really good friends, actually, so a nice baton pass for the 2, but this one goes right back up the middle in the chute. No one's there.
Routed back through Cole Escher, who gets the hit there, and now stepping to the plate is going to be the second hitter in the Pilot order, Connor.
At first, can't forget, he's the only run to come across in this game so far for the Pilots. Was brought in by an Ethan Mann RBI.
RBI triple back in the first inning as Winkler sets now. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch is lined back up the middle. Jump to first, not in time to double him off, but the shortstop makes a jumping grab on a liner up the middle, taking away a base hit from Connor McGuire. And
running to the side and jumping took a lot of coordination on that one from Bermudez. No one even cares about doubling up at first after making such an athletic grab.
So now 2 outs, 1 on. Ethan's best hitter for average, best hitter for doubles, and best hitter for RBIs as Escher takes off first pitch and the ball is fouled away. It's a good thing Ethan Mann swung at that because Cole Escher could have stole that probably running backwards.
Saw it work once in this game, why not?
Escher leads off again.
Aggressive approach has put Ethan Mann in an 0-2 count.
0-2 on Mann. Stepping back in. He's behind a couple of strikes. Escher taking a short lead off first as that pitch is a ball. Winkler missed there. Is at 1-2. As this pitch is
Game time already at an hour and a half. We're almost through 6 innings. This game's flying by.
Winkler sets now. The 1-2. Swung on and popped up foul. Man stays alive to see another. The New Mexico State Aggies sticking around. Wink sets. Missed with it. A fastball, 2-2.
Right now, man, just being a real thorn in Winkler's side, refusing to go down on strikes.
Winkler, a Pound Ridge, New York native. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. So now with 2 outs. The runner over at first, Cole Escher. He's going to get a chance to move. He's going to be running here. He stands off first base.
2 outs, no reason to look back or even where it lands. Just keep on running.
Off, and Mann swings and misses. He's down on strikes, punches the bat in frustration.
For the Miners in this one so far, they've been able to get through each inning with at least 1 strikeout, and the combination attack of Beimel and Winkler has kept this a tie ball game for the Miners so far.
So we'll head to a short break in a few moments. In the top of the 7th, David Bermudez fouling that first pitch away, so set it up, back in, and he watches that pitch way off the plate. Bermy in an even count. Bermudez had a couple of hits a few games back against the Anchorage Bucs, looking for some success here. And lines this one into left center field, fairly shallow, over to get it, Tom Tabak, one away.
Pretty easy out for the first one, and now we're back to this top of the lineup. Wilson back to the plate for the Miners.
Tyler Wilson, center fielder, back in. Base for the second time today. Switch hitter, Chandler. He grounds his ball to the left side. McGuire stabs it. Goes to first in time. Connor McGuire is a defensive wizard over there at third base, making that play with ease. And now it's 2 away here in the 7th.
Miners not putting up too much offensive threat after getting, but their momentum seems to be stalled.
As this pitch is squared to bunt and pulled back on by Holden Breeze, as he's back in now 1-0. He swings, or rather, not swings. Holden Breeze, right-handed batter, Gilbert, Arizona. There's a fast on the day, and field single and a walk, with a strikeout and a couple of stolen bases. And deals, and it's a strike with the breaking ball. Counts it to 2 on Community College. He swings here and just got a piece of it, tapping it into the dirt, then off his leg. Still 2-2. Miners, couple of games in Anchorage the next couple of days, both against the Anchorage Bucs. Starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. As this pitch is up with it, and he is a vacuum cleaner over there at third base. So McGuire makes the play. Well, the stretch time here from Mulcahy, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Floyd walks him. And now there's a base runner. 2 outs, Connor McGuire, who does not have a home run yet this year, to the plate. As now, Evan Floyd in the count. Hopefully the stream is caught up a little bit at this point, as the stream health is hopefully getting better. We appear to have a bit better connection, as this pitch is popped straight up in the air. Over to first, now calling off is the second baseman for the Miners, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Miners give up a 2-out walk, but the runner is stranded. We head to the 9th. It's Miners 3, Pilots 1. We'll be back here in just a few moments from Mulcahy Stadium. We start the top of the 9th inning, and leading off, Holden Breeze, who's got a hit on the day as well as a walk. A couple of stolen bases as well for the newest minor. So he watches strike one there. Joey Rodriguez back on the mound for the Pilots.
I'm not sure what it is for the Miners, but whenever they introduce a new player, they seem to perform well in their debut. Maybe it's just less thinking.
As Breeze stands in, here's the pitch, and it's way off the plate. Holden Breeze, 1-1. South Mountain Community College in the Phoenix area. Holden Breeze, first Miners game. Got in last night late. He's right in the lineup here as there's a strike over the plate. Breeze behind now, 1-2.
Miners do hold a 2-run lead right now, but they'd love to add more onto it because, like we've mentioned, every contest between these two teams seems to be a nail-biter in the end.
1-2 is grounded to the right side. Devin Lopez up with it. Goes to McNamara, nearly threw it away. But it'll be the first out. Retired is Holden Breeze, and now it's going to be Nick Sorelli, who tied this game up back in the 5th. An RBI single to left center field. He'll look for similar success here.
Sorelli just trying to get on, keep that high OBS and OBP that he's been rocking for the past couple weeks. So the Miners hoping to hop in his backpack.
As there's a breaking ball for strike one. Sorelli tad bit behind. 1-1. Rodriguez sets. 0-1. Swung on, hit into left center field. That ball is down and in the gap. Rolling and picked up in the gap is Tom Tabak. His throw to the infield is way off the mark, but Sorelli thought he was going to get it into second base cleanly. That throw was errant all the way to first base, but Sorelli not moving. It's just a single. It's a 1-out single for Casey Rother.
That could have been Sorelli's first double of the season. I was ready to see it. But instead, he's going to be stuck at first. Not surprising, though, to see him lay off. Tabak obviously had that great throw from center field to home. Sorelli was expecting more of the same. But now we have Casey Rother at the plate.
Rother swings first pitch and grounds it foul up the third base line. Sorelli heads back to first. 0-1. Casey Rother looking to do damage. Rother sits in and watches a breaking ball low for a ball. 1-1. Taking a peek over at Sorelli. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, center field. Tabbitt camped under it. He'll make the catch. 2 away here in the 9th.
That one looked like it could have been another bloop single, but just kept rising. Rother's power maybe coming back to bite him that time.
Aaron Walters. Now in. Walters had that excellent bunt in the 8th up the third base line. That just stayed fair. And the third baseman, McGuire, couldn't do anything with. So looking for a hit. Maybe outside the infield this time is Aaron Walters. He stands in. First pitch is breaking ball. Missed low. 1-0.
Miners hoping to avoid sending to the bottom of the 9th just yet. But those will be the last 3 outs for the Pilots to create 2 runs.
1-0 is up and away. 2-0 on Walters.
Well, he's got a really shortened stance, actually. Seems to put some preference on the back foot.
He swings.
Doesn't
Rather
swing.
phantom swings. And it's 3-0.
Walters extending the top of the 9th here.
Cirelli off of first. Standing at the plate, Walters. 3-0 pitch from Rodriguez. Here it comes. Not swinging. Outside corner. Strike 1. Rodriguez deals it. Now it's a bit more interesting. Another strike would make it 3-2, and that would mean Cirelli would get a head start. 3-1 from Rodriguez. Here it is. And it just missed off the corner, so better than Cirelli, even better than Cirelli running there as he jogs down to second base. It's a couple men on, couple men out here in the 9th. Jared Sweeney, who drove in the go-ahead run with the walk in the 8th inning.
Starting from 3 to 6, Cirelli to Sweeney. This heart of the lineup for the Miners has absolutely been reliable for them in this game. That's been their real scoring opportunities as we have a pinch runner come in. Cirelli going to be relieved of running duties from second as they do have Josh Morozic step into the game.
Morozic out of the dugout. He'll run. Stands on second. Rodriguez trying to work out of trouble. Sweeney in. First and second. 2 away. As Rodriguez paying a lot of attention out there to Morozic, he's going to step off. Blake Wink really not holding him on very much. Morozic's got a healthy lead. Walters not being held on at all. Got a healthy lead as well off of first.
2 outs. Morozic will be running on anything contact.
Fastball off the plate, ball 1. Yeah, Morozic's got a giant lead. You never want to make the 3rd out of the inning at third base, but could we possibly see maybe Morozic take off if he gets a big enough jump? Counts it to 1-0 on Aaron Walters, or rather Jared Sweeney. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez came with that fastball. Swinging on it to no avail was Sweeney. 0-1.
Well, Sweeney wanted all of it, but just couldn't find the ball on that one.
So 0-1, or 1-1, rather, on Jared Sweeney. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sweeney went after another fastball. Couldn't get it. And now he's down 1-2.
Only managed to really get a bit of that one. You could hear a tiny bit of contact, but went right to the catcher's mitt. So pretty mute point in the end.
1-2 on Jared Sweeney. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded up the first baseline. McNamara going right to the bag. That'll end the minor top half of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Miners looking to wrap up win number 20 of the season, and we'll be back here from Mulcahy in just a few short moments. Left fielder Ethan Mann leads off the bottom of the ninth. Evan Floyd is back out for the save, so no Alex Majors, at least yet, as Floyd looks to wrap up the save. 3-1 Miners as we begin the final half frame of baseball.
Due up is Mann, Tabak, and McNamara. So starting the year, that was their top 3 hitters in terms of average.
Ball one there as Floyd's ERA sits at 3.95 coming into today. Gets a half swing, check swing up the first baseline. It's a roller, but it's going foul. 1-1 on the year. For Evan Floyd, it's been 13 2/3 innings. He's allowed 14 hits, 6 runs, and 4 walks. He's struck out 14 batters. 1-1 record. He's picked up 3 saves as swinging from the heels there is Ethan Mann. And strike number dos, 1-2. And the New Mexico State Aggie held in check today. And just doesn't go after that one. It was a slider. Floyd thought he might have had him. Instead, it's 2-2.
Floyd looking to get through the biggest hurdle of this inning right now. If he could get through Mann without letting him on, it'd be a great start here.
As he swings and grounds this one right back to the mound. Mann throws the bat to the side in disgust. It's an easy out. Evan Floyd to Aaron Walters. 1 away here in the ninth.
1 down. Tabak up next for the Pilots as they're down to 2 outs to create 2 runs. Time waning on this team.
Tom Tabak has a chance. He is the only man on this Pilot roster driving a run today. A triple back in the first as he watches ball one there. If the Miners can get these last 2 outs like we were saying, Pilots would fall to 3-9 this year in games decided by 2 runs or less. As that pitch is cracked into right field, a sharp single for Tom Tabak. As now, all of a sudden, it's the tying run to the plate in the form of Michael McNamara.
Tom Tabak doesn't want to go into the night silently, so he's going to put up a fight and put himself on first. It was a great shot right over Breeze's head at second. Miners just kind of playing prevent defense. They're in a bit of a no doubles defense either, as their center fielder shaded up.
First pitch there is a ball off the plate, 1-0. McNamara doesn't have much power. No home runs this year. As this pitch is swung on, hit in the air. Right center field. Rother still going back on it. And that ball's going to drift and one hop the wall. Around third is Tabak. He's being waved home. The throw to the plate is not in time. And it's 3-2 Miners as that ball kept carrying to the gap. An RBI double for Michael McNamara.
As we've said before, these games are never easy for the Miners. If there's one team they don't want to see in elimination, it's probably the Pilots because they put up fights like this every time.
Two put up fights, and that's going to prompt a visit to the mound by Kevin Nakamura. And you got to think, with Majors throwing in the pen, it could be short order here for Floyd, as it's Bermudez, Nakamura, and Floyd on the mound conferring. Nobody else. Oh, Miner coach out of the dugout. Meeting is over. And we'll get back to baseball as Evan Floyd now has the tying run out on second base with just 1 out, and Alec Jones steps to the dish. Thought this one would end easy. That ball off the bat looked like a pop-up, and now Tyler LeBrun coming out to the mound. And this looks like the end of the night for Evan Floyd as he'll hand off the ball to Tyler LeBrun. And we're going to have a pitching change. Alex Majors, the right-hander from Texas A&M, is going to try to come in and get a 2-out save. So we'll step away here from downtown Anchorage and be back here from Mulcahy Stadium in just a few moments. back with one out. Alex Majors on for a 2-out save, and he inherits a runner at second. Just one away. Alec Jones to the plate. First pitch swinging. It's a ground ball to short. Bermudez will not go to third. Runner moves up. Throw to first in time. So Majors does get the first out. One more to go. A runner on third. And it's all up to, I believe, a pinch hitter off the bench. It's going to be Nick Hagedorn pinch hitting for Grant Weiss with 2 outs and a runner on third.
Weiss hasn't really done anything in the game, so not surprised to see a pinch hitter. But can't make any mistakes here. He wastes no time on the first pitch. He puts it in play.
Hit into left field. Nunez circles. He'll make the grab, and that'll do it. The Miners hold on for another tight win against these Glacier Pilots. They moved to 5-1 against them on the year. The Miners improved to 20-9. Alex Majors picks up the save as he tight ropes out of damage. So another big win, and the Miners start their 3-game exodus to Anchorage in Game 1 with a win.
How about that performance from Alex Majors? 2 pitches. All he needed to get those 2 outs as the Miners hold on here. And it looks like Darwin Matos is the most excited. He hasn't put his arms down since he walked out of the dugout. So finally does to high-five his teammates.
The Miners win. We'll be back here obviously tomorrow in Anchorage against the Bucs at 7 p.m. Hopefully the stream is running a bit better. Hopefully I've figured some things out today that we can use for tomorrow. So until then, I've been Reese Land, joined by Sean Neves. So long here from Mulcahy Stadium. Miners up to 20-9 on the season. We'll be back here tomorrow from Mulcahy. And until then, we'll see ya. Have a good night, everyone. It's 20-8, actually. I just now realized that.